Hello everyone, Phil here, and welcome to DSP versus the Internet. It is April 29th, 2023. At this point, I start to lose track of how many episodes we've done. I want to say this is maybe episode 11. So this channel's almost been in operation for 3 whole months. Thanks to everyone who continues to enjoy and participate in the React content here on DSPReacts. I realized this last week there's been less content. I promise you this week there'll be a lot more. But let's get back on topic. It's time for the weekly show where I react to clips that the channel members have submitted over the course of the week. This week we had over 70 submissions. Some of them I could not do. Some of them were kind of stupid and or things that I would not react to. Some of them were not within the rules. It is what it is. But for the most part, people submitted a lot this week. Thank you to everyone who did. Now, the way it works is that if you're a channel member, you get to submit videos that we're going to watch on the show. If you become an ultra level member, then it's an absolute guarantee that we're going to check out the video. Not a guarantee I'm going to watch the whole video, but at least we're going to give it a little bit of a look. So these first several videos, I want to say it's like maybe 10 videos, are all from Ultra members that we're going to watch today. Then we're going to go to the general member submissions. Basically, members are able to submit 2 videos each week, and as long as it makes the cut, we put it into the rotation here, and we watch. And it's a good variety of stuff. I can promise you this. Unlike the last couple of episodes where a lot of the videos have had commonalities, I didn't really see that this time. For example, yes, there is a food vlog early, but there is no other food video till the end of the playlist. So even if we see another food video, it'll be in like a couple hours. All right, it won't be like food or anything like that. It should be spread out for more variety. Okay, so I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy this week. The best way to support this show is to become a member. It is the members who get to nominate all of the clips for the show. All right. Now, also, if you're a channel member, you get to watch this whole show in its entirety. If you're not a channel member, you have to wait, and there'll be parts split up, 6 parts over the course of the week that'll upload slowly to the channel. But if you're a member, you can watch the archive stream right away. All right. So please consider becoming a member here. Thank you to anyone who supports the channel. Without further ado, I think it is time for us to jump in and see what clips you guys have in store for this week. This first one I can already tell you is probably going to be stupid. All right, but let's see what it is. All right, here we go.
Day one day in a white girl, I don't give a. I'm trying this out because I don't discriminate. I'll penetrate on my mama. And for all my ops that's watching this, you a. 1 week dating a white girl. She seasons her chicken with just salt. I am terrified. Call the food police. We've been eating cheese and crackers and wine for 3 nights in a row. I am starving. My stomach is in my ass. Somebody help.
2 weeks dating a white girl. I invited her to my family reunion, but my uncles didn't say, "Hey, I'll see you, nephew." So I felt kind of sad. But we did teach her how to do the Cupid Shuffle, so that's progress.
1 month dating a white girl, and we just left a Billie Eilish concert, and now she's gonna make green bean casserole. Oh, suck it. Yes, the night just keeps getting better. 6 months dating a white girl. We got yoga at 8, brunch at 12, and we're gonna go to Yosemite Park later on. Pumpkin spice latte for a win.
This is 1 year dating a white girl. She's my sugar plum honey bun. This is the absolute happiest I've been in my entire life.
Wow.
There are an abundance.
Oh my God. Alrighty then. Who knew? Who knew? That probably went. I bet that did really well on YouTube for a short. All right, let's continue. What is this? The dumbest Russian voyage no one talks about. Okay.
Of iconic combinations out there, like spaghetti and meatballs, a sorority girl in a white Jeep, or depression and alcoholism. But like US presidents and convertibles, not everything can be a match made in heaven. And as much as Mother Russia would love to dominate the high seas, nearly landlocked nations and stellar navies don't exactly go hand in hand. But for all the Russian Navy's dismal, underwhelming, pathetic lack of glory in the early 20th century, it's always important to look on the bright side. Like how it gives me good YouTube content. So on today's episode, I'm gonna learn you all about the misadventures of the Russian Baltic Fleet.
It's a real Blue Jay. That's That's what they look like? I never seen a real Blue Jay in real life.
It's the turn of the 20th century, and what better way to kick off a new era than
Expansion.
Russia is cold, which is great for things like stopping Nazis and badass TikToks, but not ideal for ports. Having your port turn to ice every winter is what those of us more versed in nautical terms would call not very cash money. The Russian Empire notices China has a pretty nifty port with, get this, warm water. However, there's this pesky little thing called a border in the way. But that's okay, China isn't European, it's not a real country, so Russia takes control and gets the Qingdalisa in the port. Japan doesn't like what they see, so they meet with Russia and are all like, hey, vodka boy, invading China is our thing. But Russia won't share, leaving diplomacy dead in the water. But that's okay. The new DLC just dropped and everyone's just itching to try out their new toys. So the Japanese attack Port Arthur, kicking off the Russo-Japanese War. Fast forward a few battles and the Russians are losing pretty badly. So the Tsar authorizes quite the preposterous proposal of sending the Russian Baltic Fleet to reinforce the East. And you may be wondering, but Blue Jay, what's so preposterous about sending reinforcements? Well, kiddo, the Baltic part of Russian Baltic Fleet means it operates in, get this, the Baltic. And as we learned earlier, boats don't like ice, so you can't go this way to Port Arthur, meaning the Tsar authorized a plan for an 18,000-mile journey around the world, which is 29,000 kilometers, or 1,140,480,000 gumballs. The voyage was also a logistical nightmare, as the Russians didn't have any holdings in Africa or South Asia to refuel along the way. Add that to the fact that the fleet spent months at a time frozen in port, so the crew of mostly uneducated peasants couldn't tell you the difference between a bowline knot and a porcelain pot. This group of inexperienced conscripts is put under the command of Admiral Rozhetsvensky.
The one thing I'm getting from this right now is you don't even realize how much air travel changed the world. Because once air travel changed the world and you could fly things around, basically everything was different. You could move troops, you could move anything. But essentially before that, you had to sail. And basically they had to sail all the effing way around the globe to do this military maneuver. And I guess what's going to happen is, this is the dumbest Russian voyage no one talks about. Sounds like they failed epically. They couldn't even get their people there, right?
A man so prone to anger that his staff made sure to keep a large supply of binoculars at the ready due to how often he would throw them overboard. But hey, fuck it. What better way to learn than a trial by fire, right? So they set sail on their epic quest to turn the tide of the war and bring glory to the motherland. And immediately, the flagship runs aground and a cruiser loses its anchor. While they waited for the flagship to refloat, a destroyer forgot friendly fire was on and rammed into a battleship, prompting it to return for repairs. Don't worry, men. Surely this can't be foreshadowing. As the fleet pushed on, a growing hysteria spread amongst the crew. They were afraid that at any second, they'd be ambushed by Japanese torpedo boats. By Denmark. This is where the war is, if you forgot. But the crewmen didn't have time to worry about things as frivolous as logic. So when two fishermen approached the fleet to deliver a message, they opened fire. The two fishermen survived the false alarm without a scratch thanks to the horrible standards of the Russian gunnery.
Wow.
As for their message, they informed Rear Admiral Rozhetsvensky that he had been promoted to Vice Admiral. Iron this. This wouldn't be the only false alarm, as later another ship signaled that she was under attack by 8 Japanese torpedo boats, only to find out that there were 0 Japanese torpedo boats. There was just nothing there. Having survived the Baltic, our heroes made their way towards Britain, where they encountered a small group of fishing trawlers at Dogger Bank. But surely by now our skittish sailors have learned their lesson. Ninjas! Chaos ensued as the Russians laid down hellfire upon the unsuspecting fishermen. The Russians are going bonkers. Some run around the deck aimlessly waving cutlasses to repel imaginary boarding parties, while others
What the hell? Seriously? They're just insane. They're all crazy. Again, back then things were a lot different. Imagine being at sea and not being on what you're seeing is going to be a suicide mission, and you feel like your leadership is moronic and you're just not equipped to do it, and you're told too bad, do it. Your government's ordering you to do it, too bad. And they're going crazy. All right, I think we're going to keep going. I don't think we're going to watch the whole thing, but if you want to watch the rest of it, go ahead. It seems like an interesting, I've never seen this channel before, Blue Jay. Seems interesting. It's a funny way to cover history, and it's an interesting story, right? Maybe, I'm sure it gets even crazier, but just definitely shows you how different things were back then before air travel changed everything, right? But man, what a silly story. So we have some, now just to forewarn everyone, just so you know, this is the only food video for a long time. There's another food video at the very end of our playlist for the week, and I don't even know if we're going to get to that. All right, but we're going to do just a little bit. We're not going to do the whole 13 minutes, but I'm curious. This is Indian hawker food in Singapore, and I'd like to actually, here you go. They're making some of it. fried egg in a wok. They chop up the egg in the wok. Really? That looks good. Because it's in there with oil, right? The cooking oil. Yeah, there's the cooking oil. As soon as I said it, he added more. I wonder what he's making. This is Indian food. All kinds of stuff. A lot of veggies. What's that? Meat? Some kind of meat. What is it, like a breakfast stir fry or something? Noodle. Tossed in noodle. Fresh noodle, too. You can tell they made that morning, probably, right? Pretty good. Seasoning. Some paste. Is that like a tomato paste? And some kind of a sauce. I wonder if that's like a hot curry or something. Ooh, oh my god, it went super bright. Interesting. Let's fast forward. I want to see what it looks like when it's done. Oh, look at that. That's probably hot. If it's red, it probably means it's probably real spicy, right? Oh shit. That's a gut killer right there. That's a freaking intestinal pounder right there, man. Ooh. Oh, it probably tastes good, but man, it's probably hot. I wonder. That looks like a lot of curry paste they put into it, like a curry stir fry. That's interesting because it's called mee goreng, Indian style fried yellow noodle. Okay. Look at that, it's only $2.98 for that. $2.98? Holy shit. With peas on, fresh peas on top. Those are huge peas. That looks good. What's that? Some kind of pear or something? No, cucumber. Cucumber with a sauce. Look at that. Oh my god, that looks spicy. Dude, that looks way too spicy. Is it? Start crying. Looks good. Looks good, but probably hot. Fried rice with anchovies. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. Watch him making it. Nasi goreng ikan bilis. They're making all the food in a wok. Oh, that's cool. Stirring it up. Veggies in there. Veggies with the fried rice. Looks good. He tossed something else in there. What did he toss? Some leftover noodles or something. He did. Man, don't you want to walk like that in your house? I would love a walk like that. I'd make all my shit in there. Dude, I make stuff you're not supposed to make in there. I make cereal in there. Look at that. Fried rice with... Oh, it was the anchovies he added at the end. The fried anchovies. Okay. I've never eaten an anchovy in my life. I don't know if they're any good. I've assumed they are. I've never had an anchovy once. Everything's good. It's good. There's more of those cucumbers and sauce to put on the side here. Garnish, I guess. Mutton marrow bone? Ooh. I don't know about bone marrow. I really don't know about bone marrow. Ooh. By the way, if you're going to be disgusting in my chat, you're going to say goodbye like this guy right here. Yeah, you're not allowed to be gross in my chat, so you're going to be out of here. Bone marrow. What did you just put in? A sauce? I thought it was sauce. Let's fast forward a bit. So what it is they're making this like broth. See that? Oh my god. Oh, I don't think I would eat that. This is giving me bad flashbacks to when I had that goat. No, the oxtail. Remember I had the oxtail soup from the Thai food? It was so disgusting. Yeah, I don't think I would have it. Derek says red sauce and Indian style fried noodles is a light soy sauce. Sweet soy sauce, oyster sauce, sesame oil, tomato paste, sampai, and white vinegar, so it's not spicy. Yeah, I don't know if I would eat this, dude. I don't know. That's messy, too. Ooh, it's going everywhere. So the bone marrow comes out. You see that? It came out when they were cooking it. So now it's naturally in the broth that they cook the meat. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That I don't know. Usually when I watch these, I'm like, oh, that looks delicious. Oh no, you take the marrow out? Ooh. Oh, you suck it out with a straw? You suck the bone marrow out with a straw? Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, that one got me squeamish. That one totally got me squeamish. So what is this? Some kind of a sandwich? You make it like a steak sandwich? Yeah, John steak omelet sandwich. Let's here we go. Oh wow. So they take steak and they take all these other ingredients and they toss it in the wok. And I guess they make a sandwich out of it. This I probably really like. Bone marrow is a delicacy, some people are saying. Hey, I don't know. Maybe it is really good and maybe I would like it, but I've never had it and that just... It literally makes me feel like weirded out a little bit. Okay. By the way, I just realized I didn't set this up properly. I don't have the right pop-up. Now I have the right pop-up. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, okay. So you put it all into a little cup, and then that goes onto the bread. I'll see you later tonight, Will. Chef D says bone marrow is the best thing on the planet. You think so? So how did... Wait a minute. I thought they said it was a sandwich. That doesn't look like a sandwich. What? The bread is on the side. It's not actually a sandwich. See what they did? They put the bread on the side. What is that? That looks like fried potato. Oh my god, it's completely different than what I thought it was going to be. Look at this. They put multiple sauces on the sides. So you got potatoes on one side, bread on the other. Omelet, sandwich, mutton chop, and fries. Huh. That looks interesting. So there's egg on bread, and you put your meat in there. Oh my god, that's cool. And there's sauce on it too. Wow, that's interesting. That is very interesting. It's probably messy, but it sounds good. And I'll French fry with sauce all over. Alright, I think out of all of those, that was my favorite one. That end thing. I'd like to try the John steak omelet sandwich, mutton chop, and fries. That sounds good. That sounds like a good meal. Alright.
Giorgio Moroder short biography, life story, as timeline.
What is this?
1940. Giovanni Giorgio Moroder was born on April 26, 1940 in Urta, known in German as Streetelrich in Groden and known in Italian as Ortisei, in South Tyrol in what was then the Kingdom of Italy. His mother called him Hansjörg, pronounced Hansoek, a German version of his two first names. While he was growing up, they
He's a
lived in a mixed
musician?
German,
I never heard of this
Italian
guy.
and Latin-speaking
He's a
environment in
disco
South Tyrol
musician.
in northern Italy.
Oh.
1963.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of records behind him,
Moroder
so he
made
must
his
have
first
been
steps in music
popular
in a
at some
Scotch
point,
club in
right?
Aachen, and then released a few singles under the name Giorgio beginning in 1963 after moving to Berlin, singing in Italian,
He played with Daft
Spanish,
Punk, did he?
English, and German.
This is the man who created disco
1968.
synth.
In 1968, he moved to Munich and came to prominence when Looky Looky was awarded a gold disc in 1970.
What was it called?
He
Wookie
then founded the
Wookie?
renowned Musicland Studios and made a name for himself in the early 1970s.
Wookie Wookie.
Often collaborating with lyricist Pete Bellet, Moroder had a number of hits in his own name, including Son of My Father in 1972, a No.1 hit in the UK for Chicory Tip, before releasing the synthesizer driven From Here to Eternity, a chart hit in 1977. That same year he co-wrote and produced the seminal Donna Summer hit single I Feel Love, the first track in the high-energy genre.
So this guy's a pretty prominent disco musician, huh? This only has 165 views, by the way. Very small time video. I guess there's not a big YouTube crowd for the disco scene, huh? Why not? What's wrong with disco? Disco has a good place in history. It's music, right? This guy did the soundtrack of Prince of Persia. What Prince of Persia? The movie? The game? It's all gone to Daft Punk. Sounds like it does sound like an AI voice. I agree. Maybe it is. Oh yeah, Derek says there's they have a lot of omelet baguette style sandwiches in Singapore. One's called a roti john. That's similar to what we just saw. Huh. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care too much about disco. I'm just gonna be honest here. This seems like a perfectly fine biography, but I'm not too interested in it. So I'm gonna say, if you're interested, check it out. The name of the channel is Short Biographies. It seems fine, but I'm not too interested. We're gonna go to the next video. We did watch it though.
And then the nigga took my weapon and just started banging and banging and banging. Like, he kept fucking up my face. My mother don't even recognize my own face, dog. Like,
All the Greek gods after fighting Kratos. Okay.
dog. Hey, man, that's tough, but he took my J's. Like, he cut off my leg and took my J's. I think that's pretty bad. He ripped my head off with his bare hands and proceeded to use me as a flashlight. You're not even that fast, so I don't even know why you was talking shit to him. Ladies, it's not a competition. Zeus, please, there's no way you can compare your death to ours. I mean, for your sake, Hades' soul has been ripped out. It's just his body there. Okay, I admit, that's pretty bad, but, I think we can all agree that Poseidon had the worst.
What happened to Poseidon? I don't remember. Anyone remember what happened to Poseidon? I've only played the first one and the third one, but I don't really remember them that well, and I never played the second one. I don't know what happened to Poseidon.
You know, when I fought Kratos.
Shut your bitch ass up, Ares. Shut your bitch ass up. This is all because of you. Why did you kill his family? Why?
I just want him to be a great warrior.
Top 10 dumbest nigga in video game history. My God.
All right, let's let somebody else go before Poseidon pops the vein, all right? Let's see. When this is the fates out here. Welcome. Quick question. How did Kratos go back in time? Because I'm positive he don't have that power. Oh yeah, I can answer. That's easy. So he was talking mad spicy to us, talking about, oh, nobody could control me. I could control my own fate because I'm him. So I took that as disrespect. I wasn't gonna let that slide. So we was fighting, we was battling, and then at one point I took him back in time to the point where he was about to kill Ares with the sword. Now the plan was to break the sword. It was a great plan. He was just stronger than I thought. Like, boss, that boy's strong. That boy's strong. So, rather than you going by yourself, which you could have done at any time, but regardless, you brought him with you and gave him a chance? Yes. You guys are fucking idiots. Damn, Poseidon, it's not that deep. He fucked your wife. While you was in that dungeon, crying like a little bitch for Pandora,
His eyes.
he was out here fucking your wife. And then,
Wow.
when he came back, he stabbed your ass. Me personally, I'm not letting somebody who fucked my wife kill me with the weapons I made for him. Oh my gosh. Zeus, please shut the fuck up. Out of all of us here,
Oh
you're
my
the only
God.
person that he killed, what, like 20 times? Hey man, if anything...
It's funny, but honestly, like, I think it actually would be more funny if it didn't have as much, like, over-the-top profanity. Like, I get why he's doing it, but I actually think if it was more straight, like, straight man comedy, it actually would have been even funnier. But the way, because he's got so many F-bomb, 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 F-bomb. I was like, dude, it's a lot of F-bombs, right? Now, you guys don't think that's funny? I actually think the writing is funny. I just think it's too many F-bombs. It gets to the point where it's getting cringy because he, you know. Then again, this is coming from a guy who every other word out of his mouth was an F-bomb about 12 years ago. So, that's how Zoomers talk now. Is this true? Everyone just does this constantly? Huh. Interesting. All right, well, I like the skit, but we're going to move on. I do like the skit, though. Okay.
Yes, Shelly, one of my hats that I wear in this crazy state of Arizona. It's an Arizona. Yeah, this is one of the hats that I wear. I like to wear it a lot. I got all kinds of hats. This is one.
Oops. I screwed up.
Yes, Shelly, one of my hats that I wear in this crazy state of Arizona.
I wish I lived in Arizona. Can I live in Arizona? What's it like to live in
This is one of the
Arizona?
hats that I wear. I like to wear it a lot. I got all kinds of hats. This is one of the main ones I wear. This is to you, Shelly. Shelly Johnson. Wait a minute. This is to you, Shelly. Your friend known as the Hat Man. That's right. Yep, one of my hot hats I like to wear. In this crazy summer of Arizona, Gets around 115 degrees. 120 degrees. It's got around 120 degrees a few times in this state. Locos, Arizona, man. For us, white, for me being Scandinavian and Irish, and freckles in different places, that's just what I gotta do. That's how I show my hat, Shelly. Love you a lot.
That was interesting. I have no idea what that was. That had 684,000 views, by the way. How do people even find that video? I think we'll watch this one, then we'll split the part. So this is interesting. This is the Unrecorded or Unrecord, I don't know how to say it, gameplay trailer. People have been telling me to watch this. They're saying that this looks so realistic, people get fooled and think that this is real. But it's not. It's actually gameplay of a video game. Okay, let's see what it is. Now, I can already tell from the motion it's a video game. You can tell from that motion that it's kind of an animation. It's not a real hand. I would say the environments definitely look real, but the movement and the gun, the movement of the gun doesn't look real.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
The smoke also didn't look realistic. Now, this is definitely I mean, come on. You could definitely tell this is a video game, right? I understand they're saying, oh, it's like a hyper-realistic environment because it has the graffiti and everything makes it look real. But definitely the animations and everything totally look like a video game, right? Yeah. People are saying this is supposed to be like a body cam. It's interesting. It's like a simulation of a cop investigating a scene of a crime, or, you know. Car? It looks realistic. Like if you shoot someone, they immediately go down. It's not like a typical video game where you have to shoot someone 400 times, right? No one's a Terminator. You get shot once, they're going down. Yeah, see what it is? Okay, it's the angles and it's the motion blur. And the frame rate, it's 60 frames, so it looks like real life, and it's got motion blur like real life that makes it look like you're really you see what I mean? That's what it is. It's not necessarily the environment. Now that I've paused it, if you look at, for example, the crates to the bottom left or the wall, you can absolutely tell that's a video game, right? But it's only when you actually analyze it. When it's in motion, it definitely makes it look like it's real, but it, you know, you can tell it's a video game. It's an interesting premise, a hyper-realistic game like this, right? Oh, look, you can interrogate.
Where the fuck is Oscar?
What the hell? Where the fuck is Oscar? The wall blows up. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm glad I got to watch it because you guys have been telling me about this for a couple of weeks now. It's kind of interesting. All right. I would say it's a hyper-realistic game. You know what would be really creepy? Let's say you're that game. The first half of the game is so realistic, and the second half of the game, it gets crazy, turns into a horror game. All of a sudden, there's like fucking mutants or monsters, and it still looks hyper-realistic. Dude, now that would creep you out, right? But, all right. Well, thank you for watching part 1 of DSP versus the Internet for April 29th, 2023. As I've already stated, this show will be split up into parts. You can watch the rest right here on DSPReacts on demand as they upload over the course of the week. And if you'd like to be a part of the fun, please become a member. It is channel members who nominated all these videos that we're watching today. And it's Ultra members who are watching right now. They're guaranteed to get their videos watched, okay? Pretty neat. If you want to be able to access this show unedited, unsplit, if you become a channel member, you can watch the show as soon as the stream ends, all right? So thank you all. Hope you're enjoying. And I'll be back with part 2 shortly.